if you're having any problem actually tapping into your pleasure and reaching your creative channels, then I'd like for you to stay tuned because this video is for you. Hi YouTube, my name is Jalen and I am an aspiring yoga teacher, and I actually created this channel to share all of the magic that yoga has to offer in our lives, some yoga philosophy and just progression in our lives, self-realization and actualization. And right now I am recording a series of the 4 aims of life. And today we're actually going to discover more into our kama, which is our pleasures. So this is like one of my favorite topics to talk about. I'm excited to shed some light on this and, start the conversation, because I believe that our pleasure is one of the keys to life, honestly, and like tapping into that energy, it does so much that we don't understand for ourselves, psychologically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, so you definitely have to tap into that for yourself. Give yourself those pleasurable moments in life. So before I actually get into it, I'm going to go ahead and explain again what the 4 aims of life are. If you haven't actually tuned in to the last couple of videos, I will be putting them together in a playlist, so definitely check them out. And this series is actually to come to a greater understanding of our purpose in this life. And there are 4 aims of life, which I'm going to explain now. So the 4 aims of life is otherwise known as the Purusharthas. These 4 aims come from the Mahabharata, which is the well-known Indian poem that includes the Bhagavad Gita and are intertwined with yoga philosophy deeply. The closest interpretation to Purusha would be soul. Soul meaning the essential self, that is unchanging, that isn't born and it doesn't die, but belongs to the universe. I've learned to love the sound of planes because they are always interrupting me. Artha is interpreted as the ability or for the purpose of. Together, this word would be Purushartha, and this translates into for the purpose of the soul. So it's time for me to ask that question again that is so important in this series. This question is going to actually start you on your journey to really understanding your soul purpose. And even if you do, it's still great to ask yourself these things and kind of update yourself, because the soul purpose does change. You know what I mean? The question is, does your daily routine support and reflect your purpose and deep inner self? I'm going to ask again. Does your daily routine support and reflect your purpose and your deep inner self? This is a great question that we can ask ourselves to actually have a greater grasp in our lives and understand where we're going, because if you don't ask yourself this and you don't have a plan for yourself, then somebody else does, and I can guarantee that you're not going to like the plan that other people have for you. So be your own creator in your life, take your life by the balls and do what you have to do to be the person that you long to be. Okay guys, this is the moment I've been waiting for. We are diving into the kama. This is spelled K-A-M-A. So the kama is our pleasure. This is not only prohibited to sexual pleasure, although it is included, and I think that this is something that a lot of people mix up because of the Kama Sutras, but it isn't only sexual. This is anything that actually brings us pleasure in our lives. It can be art, it can be intimacy, it can be fellowship with others, or it can be laughter, or any kind of experience or anything else that makes you and your heart smile. So, of the 4 sutras, kama is the easiest to bring out of balance, Too much of anything can lead to self-sabotage, causing addiction, greed, or simply overindulgence. Kama must be used for the greater good of self and others, and to logically support your dharma. So it's important not to get lost in our pleasures, whether they be good or bad, and to definitely have a balance in our lives. Knowing we're here to become one with the universe, or some believe, or a power greater than ourselves, we know our true life's purpose. Yet it is never about the destination, and it is always about the journey as we sail through our personal journeys. We find many opportunities for kama, or pleasure. They present themselves in the form of people, places, art, music, or maybe even laughter. There will be times we go overboard and overindulge, and hopefully most times that we handle ourselves with grace and dignity. Through it all, you cannot live a fulfilled life without kama. You cannot live a fulfilled life without pleasure. Your pleasure and your success and your prosperity and your dharma, and your responsibilities, they go hand in hand. I don't think a lot of people understand that every facet of our lives are intertwined, and they all connect and feed off of each other. So it is definitely important that we nurture all aspects of ourselves. There are so many different tiers of kama. Kama could mean a piece of chocolate, holding a baby, or a beautiful, peaceful yoga class, a night of passion and sex. To find our kama, we have to delve deeply within ourselves and find out what we're passionate about. Honestly and shamelessly ask yourself, here's another question: where do you derive pleasure? What do you look forward to? You will begin to put together your kama as you grow in experience and in love and understanding of yourself. You will start to align with your kama and your dharma and indulge in that which supports you overall. This is one of my favorite topics because I've been on a weight loss journey for the past 2 years, and I have lost over 50 pounds, so I'm very happy about that. And the reason why I bring this up is because my kama has been directly related to my weight loss, because it's all intertwined with your self-confidence and your self-image. So the more that I gave myself the good pleasures in life that actually serve me, the more that I indulged into myself, the more that I got to know myself, what pleases me, what doesn't, it just made me more of a whole person. You're whole when you accept yourself, highs and lows, goods and bads, ups and downs. That is when you become whole. That's when you become who you're truly meant to be. And I believe that a lot of people run away from feelings because they hurt sometimes, or they're just afraid of who knows what or why. But it's very important that we actually live without inhibition and allow ourselves our life's simple pleasures. Oftentimes, the pleasures that we seek in life are free, and we deprive ourselves of them. And here comes another plane. Don't you just love life and people? Life is so beautiful. It's important that we find balance and our pleasures and our responsibilities and our duties in life, and allow ourselves to live a full life how we are supposed to live, and by doing that, you're in the present moment, you're living in the present moment, you're embracing everything that comes into your space as long as it is for you. You're gracious, you're grateful for everything that enters your space, everything that you ask for and that you receive. So I hope that this video has helped you at all. this is something, this concept here has really helped me progress in my journey, not only physically, but like I said before, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, financially, every single facet of my life. So the message for you today is to indulge yourself, live in your pleasure, live in the moment, love your life, make the most of everything, because that's what this is for. That's what our time here is for. If you found any value, or if this video has served you in any way, I would love for you to continue the conversation with me. Comment below, like and subscribe, and hit that bell notification. So it was really nice talking to you guys. Namaste.